I think Passover is my favorite holiday because I really, I really like the cleaning out the fridge part when we're getting rid of all the leavened products. I enjoy that. I love the Seder. I just love eating, and Judaism is great for that. My Aunt Tess always makes the brisket, and then Cheryl always makes the matzo ball soup. And so there's very specific smells of these specific dishes from people that, okay, so that's our first night Seder that we always have at this house.
Growing up, we never had a Seder in the house. It was never a personal thing. It was a community thing. When we did the third Seder, which was to celebrate the Warsaw Ghetto Uprising, and about progressive causes and whatnot, and we always wrote our own and rewrote them.
So we used to go to my in-laws. They had these long, drawn-out Seders. The women were talking, and everyone was the men were doing the prayers, and it was cute, I remember, because in the Bronx, you didn't kind of open your door where you lived, but when you had to open the door for Elijah, my mother-in-law used to open the bathroom door, and I said, "You kept him in the bathroom?"
At the end of the Seder, where you have the Had Gadia and the Had Miyodea, right? Who is one? One is the Lord, one is God, or the Had Gadia, the little goat. Hijo farai hamainsele, amainsele gorshein. You know, my tateo tatzigele, gekov farste gilde atzigele avaisen ke ashenin ke vigold und ste gilde mezumene ot im farim batzold Hargadia und Hargadia. And then we would do it in Ladino. Un cabritillo que compró mi padre por 2 levanim, y vino el gato y mató al cabritillo que compró mi padre por 2 levanim. And you keep on going and going and going.
We'd have these Seders, 1 and 2, and he wouldn't go through the Orthodox thing, which takes 10 hours. But he would have, the story and telling about the Exodus, and I would ask, first originally Harriet would ask the 4 questions. She asked them actually in Yiddish. I actually never went to formally a Yiddish school. I went to a Hebrew school. By the time it was my turn, I would ask, Mana Shtana Halala Hazeh.
There was this contest between Uncle Ben and my father about who could read faster. And then, of course, it had to be in 3 languages. So the Seder was run in 3 languages. First you said it in Hebrew, then you said it in Yiddish, then you said it in English.
Oh, I forgot the Yiddish version.
Yes,
yeah.
Absolutely.
The Yiddish version
yes,
as well.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I
and I can say the Firkashas in Yiddish now if you want. And but there was this battle to get through the phrases as quickly as possible.
The entire Haggadah. The entire Haggadah.
Yes, yes.
Not one left out.
No, but as quickly as you possibly humanly could do it, which was very funny.
I'm going back now to pretty close to World War I, the 20s, and there was no such thing as dairy on Pesach. So that we had, say for example, matzah with chicken fat, and I can just see it now. My grandmother would say, you want a bite? She would say, naturally she'd say in Yiddish, "Willst essen?" And that would be for just a snack. And especially my brother and I, who were both good eaters, we would have as much matzah and schmaltz as we could get our hands on. So to this day, I remember that. But then, I don't know at what point it was that dairy became available, kosher Pesach dairy, yeah. And that changed things quite a bit.
My mother, I think she invented a pesadilla roll. It's made of matzah meal and eggs, which you put in a muffin tin. And they rise up to something like this, and they're hollow. And you could open them and put in chicken or meat or whatnot and make sandwiches. And my sister and I don't know about her experience, I remember mine at the Boston Land School, where I was taking these sandwiches, and the Jewish kids would look at me, what are you eating? And I said, no, it's not treifas. And I didn't have matzah sandwiches that were crumbling. I had these things.
I remember the Passover with the cleaning of the house and the changing of the dishes, and especially my mother making a sponge cake every day with 12 eggs and whipping the whites with a wire whisk. And when the cake was in the oven, we had to tiptoe so that it wouldn't fall. And then we managed to eat it all so that she would make another one. And so the next day, so every day of Passover, we had a sponge cake.
I remember once I was in Italy for my business, and I have a friend invite me at home for dinner, and told me, you know, I know that it's Pesach, so I didn't put you bread on the table, but I eat pasta, because he was preparing pasta, and I had no choice.
Passover, with all of that ritual, and not just the Seders, which I loved, but cleaning the house, getting out all the chametz, and then having to eat special foods the whole time and bring my own food and all that. I really love that. I still do. There's something about that daily, almost hourly reminder, you know.